about music. Today we are going to talk about music. It's gonna be so nice. I like that topic very much. So,
Yes.
what Frederick Nietzsche said that without music, life would be a mistake. Now let's see how much we know about music. Isaac, do you like music?
Yes, I like it a lot. In fact, I like rock and roll. Here in Mexico, yes, yes, because of my father. My father is dead, but when he was alive, he used to play his tocadiscos record player.
Oh
Um,
my.
uh-huh. And I used to, and he used to listen to the Team Tops, all the music of the 60s, the rock and roll. And I began to play the guitar too. In fact, I like to play the guitar. Uh,
Wow.
yes, yes, I have my electric guitar here by my side, and when I have free time, I like to play the guitar. I like to listen music, rock and roll and rock. Yes,
Hey,
that's why
that's wonderful.
and the music, exactly for the music, I began to learn English. This is exactly for the music.
You know what? The same to me. I started singing the Beatles music. That's why I
Uh-huh,
learned how to speak English.
exactly. The Beatles are good teachers, yeah, because we can learn. They sing very clear. They pronounce it very well.
It was so beautiful.
They pronounce very well. Yes, in fact, when I began to listen to Elvis Presley, I didn't understand what he was saying. But with Beatles, no, with Beatles it's really different. They pronounce very well, very
Yeah,
clear.
that's it.
Uh-huh.
Look at this. That was so beautiful. That
Mm-hmm.
was wonderful. Thank you very much, Isaac. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, Samuel, do you like music?
Yes, I love music. I like heavy metal,
Wow.
like Iron Maiden, Megadeth, or Metallica.
Good. Hey, that's nice. That's pretty good. All right. Thank you very much. Maria, welcome. How are you?
Hello, thank you. I'm fine.
Excellent. Please tell us, Maria, do you like music?
Well, yes, I'm the kind of person who can conceive life without music. I'm almost the same as Frederick Nietzsche because I really love it. I really love music and I almost enjoy all genres of music. And you know what? I thank God that we nowadays we have YouTube because for me it's the best way to listen to music and to remember a lot of music that I used to hear when I was a child. And there is a lot of music that nowadays we cannot listen. I mean, we don't have the opportunity to listen in the radio. But as I told you before, I thank God because we have YouTube and we have internet, and and also we can listen all types of music. I mean, all around the world. No, maybe music that, in my case, a lot of music that I haven't heard, and with the internet and with the YouTube now, I can do it. I know a lot of kinds of music, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, you're right. Internet is a blessing indeed.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, as you said before, we can find everything we may like to listen, to see, to know, everything.
Yes, you're right. I completely agree with you.
All right, so let's see how much you know about music. Look at this. Here we have some music facts. Uh, Indeed, the music facts, for example, this one says that memories triggered by music cause some of the strongest emotional response and can be very intense. So, Isaac, tell me, what do you think about this post?
Yes, I think music is influence in our mood. In fact, I have seen that many people with the music music is
¿Por qué
inspiration.
te estás desabrochando enfrente de tu hijo? Ah,
Yes, that's it. And well, yes, here they said that we can take some memories some memories back. As you said before, with the Beatles, we learned how to speak English and things like those. No, many of us are very well. We can be transported to any other place when
Exactly.
we certain
For
part.
example,
Yes.
for example, when I listen to música disco music, we go back to the 90s, and I began to remember many things when I began to speak in English, when I began to go to school in English. Well, I remember many good things, but at the same time, I remember bad things too. As a student, because I didn't have money for my passage, for my bus. But anyway, it removes feelings. I think
Yes.
music removes feelings.
Yes, that's
And
it.
I remember my girlfriend. I remember many things.
Oh my, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Uh-huh.
All right. So what about you, Maria? What do you think?
Well, I completely agree because, as I told you before, it really music. It really removes emotions. It really for me, it makes me travel in time, and it makes me go back to, as I don't know what is his name, but he said that it removes a lot of things, maybe things about friends, things about family when we were children, and all those kind of things. But I completely agree. It removes all the and I completely agree in the word strongest, no, because it is something really really strong. The emotions are really really strong.
Yes, that's it. All right. Thank you very much. Samuel, what do you think?
Well, I think that I'm agree with you because when I listen some songs, I remember a specific experience through my life that passing through my life. For example, one time ago, I had a mistake in my job, and when I arrived at home, I listened to a specific song, and when I listened that song, I remember the situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so it was useful for you to reflect, no, maybe to think about it twice.
Yes.
So look at this. That's so interesting. All right. Thank you very much, Samuel. Okay. So Carolina, what do you think about this?
hello.
Yes, we listen to you.
Okay, sorry. I was in silence. About the what triggered the music?
Yes.
Well, for me, the music helped me like I don't know, focus when I'm doing something. But well, depend on kind of music. If I'm doing some homework and I put music, it sometimes help me, sometimes not, and sometimes make me happy.
Hey, that's great. All right. Thank you very much. Carolina, please, could you help me to read this other post?
Okay. Uh, Music transcends language, varies by being a universal language.
Thank you very much. What do you think about it?
Maybe universal language. Yeah. In fact, yes, because you know, it's not. I think it's more not like universal language, but make work varies from cultures because now you can listen. I don't know. You can listen something like Mozart, and after you can listen something like I don't know, like some African music, and after that you can listen country that is really in the culture of the American culture, and I don't know. Depends on the kind of country, the type of the music.
That's it. All right, thank you very much. So, Maria, what do you think about that?
Well, I couldn't agree more. I think music is really, really a universal language because maybe you don't know a specific language, but with music you can communicate. No, I mean, music is really universal. No, for example, I don't know, all kinds of music that is listened in all around the world. People can identify themselves with that music, and also they can communicate through this. And it's not a specific type of music, but I think all music is good for communication. It's good as a universal language.
That's great. Thank you very much. All right, so Samuel, what do you think about it?
Well, I'm agree with you because, for example, I have an idea to justify this. For example, not all of the songs have a lyrics. For example, classical music doesn't have a lyrics, and also you can't understand that.
That's it.
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much. Isaac, what do you think about it?
Yes, I agree with you. Music is a universal language because music can also help people to communicate how they feel inside when they are just can't find the words to say, and they can express if they are sad or happy, of if they are or they enjoyed it. Yes, I think it's a universal language. It's another language.
You know what? I would like to share an experience with you. Time ago, when Ecatepec was not as dangerous as it is today, I used to ride my bicycle everywhere I went. Sometimes I was very tired because I used to ride very long distances. And so for making my mind to be distracted, not to think about tiredness, I used to have my headset and play music. And I liked very much to listen to AC/DC music. But you know what? The vocals that they do are so difficult, so I couldn't understand a word that they said. But anyway, the beat of the music made me feel more energetic. And so for me, it was wonderful. I really loved to be listening to rock music when I was riding my bicycle. For me, it was therapeutic. All right. So please, Maria, would you mind helping me to read this part?
Sure. Music activates both hemispheres of the brain and stimulates cognitive processing.
Thank you very much. What do you think about it?
Well, I think it's completely true because with music you can do many things. You can have your brain being activated, or maybe you can have your brain feel relaxed. For example, fortunately, we have different types of music. When you are studying, when you are going to present an exam, you have the kind of music that makes you concentrate better. Or, for example, when you want to sleep better or when you want to sleep faster, there is the kind of music that is good for that, no? So I think it is true, no, because it can activate the both hemispheres, and it can do a lot of things. Music, no, it can make you concentrate. It can make you calm down. It can make you dance, and it can make you do a lot of things.
That's it. I totally agree with you. Thank you very much, Maria. Carol, what do you think about this?
What? Sorry.
Hey, what do you think about this post? Music activates both hemispheres of the brain and stimulates cognitive processing.
Yeah, it's right because uh, the sound of the music have a beat, a rhythmic, and so that beat make a different combination for the how can I say, for the brain to work, like they stimulate the electric impulse. So like the left is like memories and the right is emotions. It's
Uh-huh.
like moves.
That's it.
So the music makes you a beat, so the brain starts stimulate, and like the motricity is make you like the moves and like feeling dancing, and because the emotion is getting something or getting you some memory, it happened. I don't know. Do you know a movie? I don't remember the name, but the actor is Zac Efron, and it's like a DJ, but he talk about the music how it stimulates the brain.
Uh-huh. That's it. And yes, you know what? About what you said, I also read an article about what happens in the brain of a musician. And so they say that all of the decoding the information about the written music is being processed in their left side. And so whenever they are interpreting, they are performing, both hemispheres of the brain have to be active because they have to move both hands when playing an instrument. Uh, they have to sing and they are moving their mouth, they are moving their vibrators, their throat. So all of their body is working whenever they sing or whenever they play any instrument. And with their right side is the part that, as you said before, it's the in charge of emotions. So a very sensitive interpretation, a very sensitive performance can be worked in the right side of the brain. So whole brain is a party inside whenever they are playing and they are reading. So it is said also that a musician has a different kind of brain and they can learn many different things easier than we do because they activate their brain in a different way. So that's so interesting. All right, what do you think about it, Isaac?
Yes, I think it stimulates the brain because not only with musicians but with other activities. For example, the other day I read that a doctor in USA, Dr. Costas, he used to say, or he said that runners or any person or any people who like to do exercise, they like to do exercise with music, and music stimulates them, and this music activates their brain until 50%, and they enjoy doing exercise with music. So music, we can say that music is part of human beings.
Yes, yes, that's it. You're right. Thank you very much. Okay, Samuel, what do you think about this?
Well, I think that I'm agree with you, and I'm agree with Isaac because I think that music activates our brain not only music activates the brain not only for the musicians, also when you are listening music, maybe you can get a better knowledge when you are reading an article or studying or making another activity. I have read an article that says that listening to classical music is good for to get a better knowledge.
That's it. Yes, that's so good because it is so motivating, so it is so stimulating for our brain. Thank you very much. Samuel, could you help me reading the next part? Here we are.
Of course, singing rather than speaking will often result in increased interactivity in people with ASD who process pitch, timbre, and rhythm in different areas of the brain.
Thank you very much. What do you think about it?
Well,
Yes.
please tell me what means ASD.
It is the syndrome of autism.
Okay. Yes, I think that, for example, I think that any person has the ability to have a good process speech with practice. Sorry, but I think that the people with ASD they have some parts of their brain more developed because sometimes that people is amazing. For example, I know some cases of people with ASD that they can play the piano very, very well without a teacher. And that's very, very amazing. So I am agree with this post.
That's it. Yes. Thank you very much. All right. So, Isaac, what do you think about this post?
Yes, I am completely agree with Samuel because it is true. I have seen two cases in my work with two girls and that they have this situation ASD and they play the guitar. Uh, they are twins. They are twins. Maria plays the guitar very well, and the other girl plays the piano. And the other day, they give a performance in Casa de la Cultura in Medina Carranza, and they were excellent. But many people didn't know that they had ASD. But when the locutor said that they had this problem, everybody began to applause them because it's fantastic to see this kind of people playing music in an excellent form.
Wow, look at this. Huh? And you know what? I have also a boy in the preparatory school where I'm working at morning, and he has also this ASD. But guess what? His talent is more directed to art. He draws, he paints, and he even has won some contests because he's really good. Yes, as you said, they have some areas of their brain very developed. But whenever, well, here the post says that whenever they sing, they can have more connection rather than they speak.
Mhm.
So it's something so incredible. Carol, what do you think about it?
Okay, singing rather than speaking. Yeah, it is interacting with people with ACD. Well, in fact, it happened the most se- like awesome musicians that we have in the history. They have some ACD, some problem with interact with people, and from the music make the kind of security or like I don't know how to say it, like uh fixing the things that they want to say maybe
Mm-hmm.
because it happened. I think it's most for the real, like like I say the kids that have they work with autists, they're really 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 intelligent. awesome. I can't believe how the brain work of that kids. But if you focus in one activity, like they have a really good pianist, they have autist, and it's really, really, really good.
They tend to be so talented. All right, thank you very much. Carol, what do you think about this?
Music provides a non-verbal and not treated way of confronting issues.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes, I heard you before.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, I wanted to ask to Maria because Maria hasn't spoke about this.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Thank you, Carol.
Well, okay. Music provides a non-verbal and non-threatening way of confronting issues. Sorry, but the letters are very small. Well, from my point of view and from what I know is that, yeah, it's really true. Music provides a nonverbal. You know what? I don't know if I told you already, but I work with children in the morning. So there are many topics and there are many things that I teach to my students with nonverbal instructions. But all the time we start our work with music, our work with a song, so they can identify many words. They can work. I think they can work better, and they can do many things, and they can learn in a better way. And they also can memorize many things through music, through songs. And sometimes it's not necessary to give them instructions verbally, but they can understand. They can even follow instructions just by singing. So that's what I think.
Hey, that's great. And yes, you know that whenever we work with children at that level, they change their lives because they from the very early years they learned how to have any different environment. So that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do you think about it, Isaac?
Well, I think with children the situation is different because they maybe because they don't have any problem, maybe because they only think about their school, and maybe they because they concentrate on the subject. That's why maybe they can learn faster than adults, no?
It could be. Yes, thank you. Samuel,
Sorry, Mary, can I say something?
yes, of course.
Uh, well, I don't agree with Isaac because children have a lot of problems and they come. It sounds a little bit funny because we adults think that children don't have problems, but do you know what? They have a lot of problems. They come from home and oh my goodness, they tell you a lot of things that they live in that they live at home, no? But the thing with music is that music makes them forget about the problems. Music makes them think, makes them dance, and makes them move, and that's the way they try to forget about the things that are happening at home.
Yes, and well, I would like to add up something, and it is that children are are easier to show what they feel. We adults are ashamed all of the time. We are embarrassed, so we don't sing, we don't dance as children do. Children do it wherever they are, and they don't feel embarrassed about doing that. But we do. So they know very well how to enjoy life. And sometimes, as we are embarrassed because somebody else is listening or watching to me, we stop
Yes.
doing some things that we would like to do. So, yes, I think that they are freer. That's why they enjoy more. All right. You know what? I would like Samuel, please, to help me to read this part.
Sorry, okay. The Japanese word karaoke comes from a phrase meaning empty orchestra.
Thank you very much. What does it mean?
Well, I think that it is a little complex because I was in the past class and I didn't understand that part, so I have searched through internet, but right now I don't have the web page. But if you give me some seconds, I can search. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Well, they mean it is an empty orchestra because
Yes.
there are
Yeah.
all the sounds, but no music,
Yes.
no musician.
Yes. Yes, I'm agree with you, but I remember that I have found a better explanation about that.
Yes, yes, you're right. But yes, let me look for that so that we can comment about it. Because yes, you said something more complete about it.
Yes, sorry, I think that I have found that web page. No, sorry.
It's okay.
I can't.
But by the way, tell me, do you like to sing? Do you
No, well,
karaoke?
I like to sing, but alone because I don't have a beautiful voice, and well, I would like to train. How can I say entrenar?
Train.
Okay, to train my. Thank you. To train my voice to sing because I love I love to listen a singer that was name is sorry that his name is
Whose name?
sorry thank you that whose name is Ronald James Pavadona. He is better known like Ronnie James Dio. I don't know if you have listened to him.
No,
But
I haven't.
it is he. Sorry, he's he was a metal singer, and he had a very strong voice. He had a strong voice and a voice with an special power because he he could he could um, uh, how can I say transmitir.
Transmit.
Okay, thank you. He could transmit some power to the people when I was singing. He was very amazing.
Wow. You know what? I think that it is something of the most important parts when somebody sings, not only to perform, but also to transmit all of his or her passion to people who is listening to him or to her. That's when people really enjoy it. I remember that time ago, long time ago, I heard a recording. It was the ugliest voice I have heard ever. But my respects. She could sing in a very interesting way. I'm talking about Maria Felix, La Doña.
Okay.
So I don't know if you have heard her recordings. Her
No,
was
No, I didn't.
horrible, really horrible. She used to sing like a man. Anyway, my respects, because she could catch the attraction, the attention. She could attract the attention, and she could express what she was feeling when she was singing, even though she really sang horrible. But yes, it was good. So that's what you said. Sometimes we don't like to sing in public, in front of an audience, because we think that we don't do it pretty well. But for example, whenever you listen to Chabela Vargas, sings, well, her singing is not so beautiful, but what a feeling. You cry because she expresses a lot. So that's something, the passion that they, with the way they perform.
Yes, yes, this is exactly that. Music expresses that the singer want to express. If he or she feels sad, or if she or he is happy, music is for that, to express what he or she feels, no?
That's it, yes. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's go to the next part, because I would like I would like you to listen to this. Why don't you help me? Please read some of these posts and tell me which one of these ones is more interesting for you.
Oh, I think everything, but the first one is very interesting. Listening to music while I'm running helps you burn more calories. This is exactly what I have said a short time ago. Doctor said that increase until 50% for runners or the people who are doing exercise.
Yes, that's it. All right. Anybody else?
Sorry, my one favorite is the brain waves of two musicians synchronized when they are performing a duet, because I also play the guitar, and for example, when I am trying to follow the time with a I don't know how to say metronomo. Can you hear me?
I don't remember how to say it. It's
Well,
the measurement apparatus.
It's a measurement. It's a measurement.
okay. Well, thank you. When I am trying to follow the time, I for some songs, it is very hard, and I just imagined when two musicians are trying to be on time, sorry, it is very hard, and they have to have a very very good synchronization without mistakes, and that is very 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 hard and interesting, because the waves are synchronized in a way.
Yes, they do. They have to do the same thing at the same time, in the same tone. So if they are not synchronized, something can be out of square, so it doesn't sound as beautiful as it should.
Yes.
You're right. Thank you very much, Samuel. All right. So, Carol, what do you think about one of these posts?
Any post?
The one that you like the most.
Those who are into music can learn new language more easily.
What do you
I
think
like.
about it?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure because yeah, well, yeah, maybe it happened. You can listen music and because you want to understand what they say the letter, but we're talking to the music that don't have letters, words. So in that kind of music, don't apply this post.
Well, what it specifically says is that the people who plays music, or the ones who are more involved into music
Oh, okay.
can have more that ability.
Mm. Oh yeah, yeah. That's it's. I believe 100% sure because you are stimulate the brain all the time. They happen when we have difficulty to learn new things. It's because we stop stimulate the brain. If you stimulate the brain all the time, it's like a sponge, like a baby brain that you learn something really quick.
That's it. All right, pretty good. Thank you very much. Maria, please, could you tell us what is the one that attracts your attention the most?
Well, okay, music not only changes our mood, but it also changes the way we think and our perception of the world. Okay, I think this is really true because, for example, if you feel depressed, if you feel sad, and if you listen the music that is also sad or the music that causes you to feel depressed, you are going to feel really depressed. So maybe you even are going to cry, no? But if you listen something different when you feel depressed, if you listen something happier, something a little bit more I don't know, more excited, you feel, I think you feel better. I think that is completely true because music can change the way you feel, no? Sometimes if you feel sad and you listen a different kind of music, I mean music that is not sad, you are going to feel better, no? Or vice versa, if you feel, I don't know, excited or something like that, and if you listen something that makes you calm down, you are going to achieve that goal, no? So I think, as I said before, I think there are a lot of different kinds of music that make you feel in different modes or in different ways. Or if you are in a certain way, it is going to make you feel different from that.
Aha,
Yeah, that's
that's
what I
it.
think.
Excellent. Thank you very much. You know what? According to what you said and what you read also, I have another idea. For me, it is so worrying that sometimes music can also be very influential, not only because of their beat, but also for the lyrics itself. Because, for example, nowadays, the music that some young people are listening, I think that are causing some social problems. Eh,
Yes.
I am talking specifically about reggaeton and
Come on.
narcoticos, and I think that they are not very positive for young people to listen because of
Mhm.
the influence that they can change.
Exactly. Yes, you're right. It's a terrible experience with reggaeton and the other music, the narco traffic bands. No, it's very terrible for young people. Mhm.
Aha. So music can be very positive, music can be very beneficial, but also it can be sometimes so influential in a negative.
Exactly. For both sides. For both sides.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you want to say anything else, if you want to say any comment about this.
Well, I noticed that almost all the English teachers, not all the English teachers, but the majority, like music, and they play at least one instrument, a musical instrument. Uh-huh.
Yes, you're right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think that we have a very special profile because I have also talked with many English teachers in my career, and I see that we are so similar in certain ways.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, you're right.
That's so nice.
Uh-huh. Music influences with positive things, as you have just said, but at the same time, influences for the bad things. It depends on the people, no? It
Yeah,
depends.
that's it.
It depends of the father and mother, the parents, Yeah, and it's our responsibility to teach children what kind of music is good for them and which one is not. No?
That's it. All right. Well, I thank you very much for your attention, for your attendance, and for your participation. And thank you very much for being at class. And
Yes, teacher.
all right, meet you next class.
Okay, teacher.
Thank you,
Have
you too,
See you,
teacher.
teacher.
Thank you. Have a very good weekend.
the same to you, teacher. Bye.
The same.
Thank
Bye.
you very
Goodbye.
much. Good night.